Are we live? Are we popping? Are we papadopoulos on this motherfucker? We are. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Touchdowns All Day with John Barber podcast, the quarantine edition. We're pumping out these podcasts for you guys right now. This is the third episode of this tranche, if you will. This is the round table edition. So, you know, we've done a lot of coronavirus stuff, and it just seems like it's heavy. So this is some stuff we cut a little bit ago, and it's just pure comedy. It's just a bunch of guys out having fun. And we think you're going to really like this episode. It's a good vibe. It's a good feel. And we're dropping it. So enjoy. There's not much for me to say on this one. Maybe I can introduce the participants. It's myself, Crunk Mike, Chris Lindvall, the Swedish Fish, and Brandon from Bro Bible. I think makes an appearance, maybe not in this edition. I believe that he's in. There's going to be a couple of these, so he's going to be in these, and we're going to drop these if you guys like them. If they're funny and you like them, we'll put out a couple more if you guys are into it. Just kind of a hangout. We call it a round table. We hang out. We mic it up. We don't really have an agenda, and we just jam. Try and make some funny stuff happen. And I think funny's good in the quarantine, you know. It's a good time to drop this. We are sponsored by @Graystar Collective. Give them a follow on Instagram. Those guys are fully supporting the podcast during our quarantine editions. They're a CBD startup based out of Denver. They make hemp products, smokable hemp, pre-rolls, edibles, tinctures, topicals, and they can be your one-stop shop for wonderful CBD products. If you want a list of products, price listing, email Ryan at Graystar Collective, that's Grey, and let them know that you appreciate them putting together a package for the podcast so we could make some quarantine editions for you guys. It's really great. So I'm just going to jump right into this because there's not much. There's very little introduction that it needs. So we're just going to pop into it. Here's the theme song. Have fun. See you on the other side.
We're mass communicating. Mass communicating.
Touchdowns All Day with John Barber podcast is brought to you by the Osiris Podcast Network in conjunction with Rich Steele, Crunk, Mike, Vic, Sobti, and the entire Touchdowns All Day family. We say have a happy quarantine, and we love you. All right, so we have some music to play today. Interesting piece from back in 2012, 2000. This is the Biscuits version of Beethoven's Ninth, which is crazy. I don't know why we didn't do this all the time. It's an amazing piece. We were really into learning songs from the score by the actual composer. So what we would do is we would go to, there was a huge library in Philadelphia where they had all these scores, and we would go in and get the actual Tchaikovsky scores, the actual Beethoven scores, and learn from there. So we're not learning from, you know, some piano reduction, which is frankly an easier way to do it, but you miss notes that way because they reduce, and when they reduce, they simplify because they think you're going to play it like a Christmas party or some shit. I wanted the juice. I wanted the real notes. I wanted all those weird notes that Tchaikovsky and Beethoven use. So we got the actual scores, the symphonic scores. I think me, Aaron, and Mark went, and then we boiled it down to a 3-section thing, and then added drums. Little fake out intro there. Magner with the Clockwork Orange keyboard sound. Super cool. I'd love to do that again. I wish we had all the scores that we used to make that stuff back in the day. I love the way Beethoven works. I just love the way Beethoven winds his lines around each other. I love the way he brings his music to crescendos. If you guys ever get a chance to come by a CD that I lost when we transferred from CDs to digital, it's Beethoven's final 5 or 6 piano sonatas on 1 or 2 CDs. It's just the fun. It's like 30 through 35 or 31 through 36 or something like that. They're numbered for those of you who are wondering what that means. And it's just the music is he's on some level. I don't know if he's deaf at the time, but the way that those piano sonatas play from front to back, each one is a very thing. I could listen to that CD that I had back in the day, which is the last 6 piano sonatas by Beethoven. I would bring that to a desert island for sure. It's just most unbelievable. So let's see how the band's gonna turn this into a jam. Sounds to me like we're getting into a little groovy thing here. Jams from 99 and 2000, when they get into this colorful period, I always thought this was the kind of music that when we colonize the moon and we have these huge glass gardens filled with just green lush, and there's like water being piped in and air being piped in and stuff being filled and removed and added and fertilizers to get this green stuff to grow. I always thought this era of the Biscuits is the music that they would play kind of a little bit in the speakers in the corner all over the garden so that the plants have something to listen to while they grow. And I know that sounds absurd, but if you were a plant and you were just growing, wouldn't you want to listen to something like this?
Sheriff Williams, pages they will fill up. Phony names will only go so far.
You're getting sued, Mama Dude, but you just don't know when it will happen. You're getting sued, Mama Dude, but the time's just not right. You're getting sued, Mama Dude, but you just don't know when it will happen. You're getting sued, Mama Dude, but the time's just not right.
Classic dreamy intro to the jam. Play something loopy that's not in 4. beautiful section of just plants growing on the moon. Love the way that we kind of meshed two similar harmonic ideas into a piece, and you can hear myself, you can hear Mark do it a bunch, dancing around the changes a little bit, not hammering them home so much. And right as I say that, listen to where we're going. Love that jam. That was out there. That was 30 minutes or more of just weird ecosystem style rotation jams, which goes anywhere. It goes to these places that are very physical. They're very much three-dimensional. And the music kind of stays the same in a weird way, but then it develops this grit and it develops this movement, and then it wiggles and shakes, and sometimes it just straight up explodes out of control. It is just free-form jamming, and it's great to hear, and I like that era has that vibe, and it's hard to recapture that vibe because there's just a certain jazziness in it, you know? It sounds a lot like techno jazz to me, which is cool. So thanks for listening. We have a special roundtable edition right here. This is we got a couple of these, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's a little levity in this quarantine. Lighten it up a little bit. We're gonna have some fun. The roundtable is Crunk Mike, Chris, the Swedish Fish, Lindvall, and myself. And I guess Brandon from Bro Bibles on this one or the next one. We'll see. And I'm glad you guys are listening. Check it out. Here it is.
We're mass communication.
You said you're bringing whiskey, and I got wine and beer.
Dude, I was mistaken. I took the back roads here.
You were like, boom.
Who was in charge of bringing whiskey?
I talked to both of them, and they both said they were bringing whiskey. So I was like, I'll get the vino.
Uh-huh.
And then he didn't get it. And then, but
BB
Brandon.
It's Blues Legend Bro Bible. It's always in charge of bringing that whiskey.
Yeah. Bro Bible hasn't played a show in 20 years without a fresh bottle of whiskey by his
Bro
side.
Bible was like, well, I got some Johnny Walker Game of Thrones edition. I was like, John likes Game of Thrones. We all like, yeah, bring that over.
Yeah.
If you were going to guess between two names of a Swede named Chris Lindvall and a dude named Bro Bible, who was bringing whiskey and who's bringing White Claw to that party? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. For
Bro Bible's bringing the whiskey? Yeah.
He's bringing actually both.
Can we double check that just
Actually-
Bro Bible's bringing the whiskey? Can we just double check that?
That's not a hot thing of Danishes. If anyone wants to dig in.
That was a lingonberry jelly.
They're like donuts with holes, and I was always thinking, you know.
Bro Bible shows up with 14 packs of cigarettes and a bag of heroin.
And a heart full of soul. And
Where's the band?
how many harmonicas did you bring, Bro Bible?
One for each one of my lost loves.
I was trying to think of a nickname for you. The Swede, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? The Swede?
Good work.
Sweeter than honeycomb, or the
feel like
meatballs at IKEA. You know,
Sweets?
Meatballs in IKEA.
Stir sweets a lot?
Stir
they're sweet.
the pot,
Stir
Swedish.
Swedish.
You just call me the diabetic. You know?
the Swedish fish.
That's it. 1 foot Swede. I didn't get my insulin in time. Just kidding. I don't have diabetes.
That's good. The shout outs out to everybody that does. Good,
Yeah.
Good luck.
Insulin is hot. Insulin's funny.
Insulin is in. Insulin.
We can rap on that one for a minute.
Insulin, Swedish insulin, the fresh stuff.
I go to my doctor. I've been complaining about too much sugar in my diet. I said, I've been taking so much insulin. You know, I've been eating the pink stuff from my walls. He goes, that's insulation. It has asbestos in it.
That's insulation. You might want to brush
And
your teeth.
fiberglass. It's cool.
It looks
That's
like cotton.
insulation. Your gums are bleeding.
And probably your esophagus. But
Told me, I'm not a doctor. This is an Arby's. You need to-
roast beef.
I'd give you some roast beef, but you just
Rick-
bleed all over it.
I like the bell at Arby's. You know, it's like you're from the South-ish,
Sure.
Virginia.
We got Arby's out here.
Yeah,
There's Arby's
we
across
guess
the
we
way.
have them here in California too, but
Yeah, we have
they're
this one,
staple.
like 10 feet away.
In the
It's like 17.
Hey,
in
we
a
don't want
5
any more roast beef. Stop breaking in.
hot
We're like
ham.
driving down Ventura, and Mike's like, "Is that Arby's?" We're like, "Yeah." Somebody flipped out. There was a Dunkin' Donuts being added to the area. Flipped out about a Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, "Y'all,
It's not that good.
there are better donuts." That
Who
are-
was the philosopher who once said, I think, therefore, Arby's?
That was me.
That was like, of course.
If you're gonna wear tunic all day, you might as well eat at Arby's. It's the only place you can go in with a tunic on.
Absolutely. I applaud them for disrupting the fast food market. You know, there's burgers everywhere,
Did
and then Taco Bell brings in this thing. It's like, think outside the bun. You know who really thought outside the bun? Hey, who wants some fast food sandwich meat? You know, who wants some sweet roast beef in between two things? And we got horseradish sauce. So,
We got 17 different kinds of roast beef sandwiches. Big one.
big one of these.
I don't know if I've ever even had Arby's, to be honest.
Well, if you do, you got to ring the
I mean,
bell.
I'm sure I
on the way
have.
out.
It's like a little croissant potato bread with the
Absolutely it
roast
is.
beef in it.
Yep.
I feel like I have, but I feel like it was like at an emergency shelter during a hurricane or something like that.
Pretty bad.
Hurricane Katrina brought to you by Arby's.
It was like we're like in this, like everyone's covered in water and we're shivering, and they bring out a plate of roast beef hamburgers from Arby's, and you're like, oh, this is so good.
And they use the buns for flotation devices. Actually, that's how they reach the people.
Nowadays, you go to Arby's and they douse you with water and put you in an emergency area and serve you a sandwich.
To bring the
whole
experience back,
experience.
really, to fully immerse you. It's a 4D experience. Yeah, you get sprayed and
It's kind of like Universal theme park. Kind of like a weird bumpy little thing that goes to the Arby's.
it's like when people are in California and they'll be like, I didn't really like In-N-Out Burger. You're like, you didn't get the right order, right? It's like, I didn't really like Arby's. No, you didn't get sprayed by water.
Yeah, it wasn't a big enough emergency. I loved Arby's, but we almost died.
We lost my cousin. Lots of water in his lungs.
It was the first thing we ate when we thought we were going to be alive finally.
But hot damn if that roast beef ain't great.
So great. So great. For years, I didn't even understand it. Why would anyone eat a roast beef sandwich?
Well, it was Stephen Arby, I believe, back in 1800s, who finally figured out, everybody's eating just this beef. And he's like, what if we roasted it?
Yeah, what if we slice it and then put it on the bread?
And squeeze some cheddar sauce all over it.
Just
Some
a
weird
dollar.
onion bread. And
Yeah,
put
God
it in a
bless.
hat-shaped restaurant. That's what we'll do.
I mean, but honestly, that works.
Yeah, that,
know
was,
what
the,
I mean?
that was the one.
That was the idea where they were like, we found like the fit of this thing.
They were like, the McDonald's looks like two hats, so let's go with one.
Because there was, yeah, exactly. We need a double guy. There was a guy down the street at a competitive roast beef place who was like, I ain't doing that stupid hat thing. And that guy is out of business.
Where is he now?
Yeah.
Where is he now?
You don't have roast beef without the hat,
You
gotta
don't.
wear that
You
hat.
clothe your head when you get into roast beef. It's not a topless restaurant, so to say. Except the one in Panama City Beach. That one is a topless restaurant. You go in there with whatever. Here, there, and everywhere.
The one in Daytona Beach is really just where you get Coke. Nobody's buying sandwiches there.
I thought it was a
You walk
pepper-
in there, you're like, can I get a roast beef sandwich? They're like, what the fuck? Why would you want that?
Pepsi restaurant.
You're like, I'm at Arby's. And they're like, oh, what the fuck? This is Arby's.
Can I get the number one, the heater with cheese, please? Make that 6, bro.
Extra Chego.
Do I get a discount for 3?
Arby's, you do that though, right? You get the roast beef in a sandwich and you just fucking...
It's like 2 for 2.
yeah.
It's got to be. They have actually an excellent shake. This is something no one ever talks about. They have a Jamocha shake. I know this menu front to back,
Jamocha.
my friends.
I don't even know what
Haven't you
Jamocha
seen
is.
my back tattoo? It's just the Arby's menu.
Mine's on the skank flank right here. That's the new tramp stamp, right down the ribs.
I like it. That
Not the
rhymes
Arby's
with
hat.
Yeah, it's Arby's sauce just pouring down my rib. I don't know.
I mean, people are either Arby's people or they aren't.
Yeah, they Arby's or they don't. Be.
Arby's.
Either Arby or they don't be.
Was that Shakespearean?
I think
Holding
To be
a
Arby
stone.
or not.
Arby. Bunch of guys sitting around in the backwoods being like, how do we sell this roast beef? Let's make it Shakespearean. You
Arby.
Well,
or
Cletus,
no.
that sounds just good enough for work. Now,
Arby.
who the hell is Shakespeare?
Why are you be quoting this bullshit for us for?
It
So
was just-
what's the in and out order that you need to get? Wrong.
Now we're getting to the nitty gritty of the
Yeah,
fast
I
food
always do this
industry. You
order.
know, we've skimmed the surface of roast beef. Now let's get into what really matters, which is the number one at In-N-Out. You get chopped chilies on the burger. Make sure they give you a whole grilled onion because everybody knows onions sweeten the plate. Toast your bun, and then you get fries. Animal style, also put some chopped chilies on those. And then sub your drink out. You don't need a Dr. Pepper. You don't need a 7-Up. What you need is a cool Neapolitan shake. And maybe an ice water to wash it all down. A Neapolitan shake, that's strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, all blended together in a cornucopia of, once again, diabetes.
Are you putting chopped jalapenos on everything?
Dude, it's those little yellow chilies that they got that are super spicy. Like, you don't eat them by themselves because it'll burn your mouth right off, clear you right out. Clear you out from that Arby's order. But these yellow chilies on a burger really are the missing piece. They cut them up and slice them into your burger. They mold them in, so you get this little kick.
Oh, that's love.
Ooh.
It's nice. It is very.
Oh, I never heard of that before.
It's a secret ingredient because like you go inside to an In-N-Out Burger and they have those. They have a little den for the yellow chilies to hang out in. But then you never think about just cut them up and put them in the burger when you're driving through it.
Yeah, there's this little place in Wilmington, North Carolina, called Winnie's Tavern. It's like on the back road by the ports and stuff. It's like they probably stay up until 6 a.m. Who knows? You know, just a trashy place, but they have the best burgers in the world. And that's what they do. They put jalapenos and onions like into the meat. It takes like 45 minutes to make a burger, but it's love.
Yeah. I'm sure
Wow.
that fast food line is out the door. The drive-through is a little backed up.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy there, but
It sounds fantastic.
it's amazing. If you're over there.
Good plug for Winnie's.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Send us some
Shout
meat.
out to Winnie's.
Winnie's Tavern, what up?
Ship us,
I'll be back.
ship us some whiskey, Winnie's Tavern.
Yeah.
Is it just a fast food place?
It's a bar. It's like a bar with like pool tables, but they have like just one thing on their menu. It's like burgers and crispy fries cooked by like a grandma that's also the bartender with a bunch of like, you know, coked up old people that live in Wilmington.
I used to go to a Winnie's Tavern, but
Still
it
do
only
Coke.
they only serve honey. It was Winnie the Pooh's. He was a bear.
He was a bear with no pants on or something, right?
Yeah. Much like I try to live my life, you know. Hey, we've all gotten stuck in holes looking for honey at one time. Or
Yeah, what's the deal with that guy? He always falls into shit and he can't get anything done.
He was in
Clumsy.
trouble.
Yeah, he's very clumsy.
Was that it? And he talked like this. You got
And
to
then
stay.
Eeyore was just like, might be a good day, but I doubt it. He's just like the worst ever. He's like, just like everybody's like slit your wrist guy, you know? Like,
And then this crazy apex predator comes jumping around on his tail like, hey, what's up, Bluey? What are you doing? Looking for honey?
Tigger too. I don't even know.
What a wild bunch, you know? What a wild bunch those Winnie the Pooh characters were.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Calvin and Hobbes. That's like the
Exactly.
same character,
Yeah.
but one's cooler.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes, are they on the same level as Winnie the Pooh? Is that
No,
a
way
thing?
better. Yeah, no.
Is it way better?
I
Yeah,
think Calvin Hobbes transcends everything. Those dudes were like deep. Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like Winnie the Pooh's like the classic, and Calvin Hobbes is this guy who's
Winnie
pissing on
Pooh's
the
for
back of
like
your
children. It's like baby time.
Well, that was the whole thing. You just mentioned him pissing on the back of the car.
Yeah.
That was like, you
What
know,
was that whole thing?
Bill Watterson wrote Calvin and Hobbes. He's the cartoonist for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he based it off his own like kid and like how we all want to be kids at some point and your imaginary best friend. He never gave out the licensing rights or the merchandising rights for any of that stuff. And all of a sudden, one day, since he didn't copyright it or anything, they just started showing up with these bumper stickers of like Calvin pissing on Ford or the Dallas Cowboys or whatever you
Yeah.
got, you know? So he's like, it's a surprise to him. This is supposed to be a wholesome thing. And all of a sudden, it's like a mark of like, yeah, stick it to the man, you know? But
Yeah.
it's like, no, but it's supposed to be deeper than that. You know, it's supposed to be like how we all want to be kids again and like slide down hills and go on adventures, basically.
That part not as cool as Stick It to the Man.
I know, yeah, but that's what we really want.
Stick It to the Man is like such the thing about it.
I mean, it had an underlying stick it to the man. Like, I mean, it's like like you said, deep. It's like regarded as like the best comic of all time. I would think. I don't know what's better than that.
Calvin and Hobbes?
I would say. I don't know. It's kind of
Marmaduke.
cult.
I mean,
It's got
Far
like
Side.
It's
Far
got
Side
like
could be better.
Far Side always
Far
did.
Side's good.
Calvin and Hobbes did get there, but Far Side. I don't
BC
know.
was good, I guess.
BC was
right?
good. Ziggy was good.
What was that one with the fucking Viking dude?
Hagar, the horrible.
That shit was not good, was it? I don't
No,
remember.
but it was everywhere.
But it had cool graphics. I
Y'all
remember.
ain't fucking around with Dilbert, my boy. Dilbert.
Huge, dude.
nah.
Dilbert might be huger than all of them.
I never got
How
on
we get
that
Scott
train.
Adams on the line, man? You know that guy. He's a wild.
I feel like he wrote all of those Dilberts on the toilet.
Oh, for
He was
sure.
Sitting there, like his little drafting table was on the
I was
toilet.
wondering like
his
that brown
morning
ink
shit.
that would be.
This is my morning shit today. That's what he called his shits, Dilberts.
That's what he tells his wife. He's like, I'm going to draw Dilbert. He's like, is this because of the chili I made last night?
He's like, yep, sure is,
Draw a
honey.
They
monster
made
Dilbert.
4 different Dilberts today. I know.
I told you not to use that vegan sriracha, fucker.
Can't tell the difference between the vegan sriracha and normal sriracha.
Can't tell the difference. You heard it here.
Absolutely.
Touchdowns all day.
I gotta draw a Dilbert.
Vegan sriracha. We're gonna draw some Dilberts.
Oh, it's stuck. I gotta draw a Dilbert. Hold on.
I'm taking this Dilbert to the far side. It's gonna be Hagar the horrible.
Damn.
Wow, you don't even need the English language to express yourself.
It's just newspaper comics. All I need.
Cartoon titles. You're one pencil away from the whole career of cartooning.
Yeah, exactly. I wish, man. If only I could draw. You know,
You can't draw.
I can't draw. I'm a
You can
doodler
draw.
a bit, but I don't draw too much. You know.
Just start drawing.
I think I should.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm
Just
working on the
pick
circle.
Up,
Just
just pick it up, man.
Wrist motion. I can't draw either, though. I hear what you're saying.
I can kind of draw. My dad got like some artistic.
I can't like
abilities.
draw a triangle.
Yeah.
Like my triangle looks like garbage.
Isosceles or Pythagoras. You know, all these.
It doesn't
different
even look like a
Pythagoras.
triangle. You'd look at it and be like, "What is that?" And be like, "A triangle." And you'd be like,
It's got
that's not
four
a
sides and
triangle."
shit.
Like, that shit
Square.
is- That shit is scaling, bro.
What you're drawing is a square.
You're like, that looks like a frog to me.
That's a good looking frog.
It's a square. Excuse me, but your shape is wrong. Excuse me, you've misnamed your shape.
And that's when I break out the protractor.
If you
I
could
roll
just
up in my
pop
John
out a
Deere.
protractor.
Hey, you ladies, protractor.
Are you a fan of protracting? Like
Ladies
what?
find me protracted.
That's a good word.
Put out the protractor beam.
Hey.
Protractor beam. It just attaches the nerds into the group and pulls them in. Everybody else is left alone.
But then I could talk about, like, you know, shapes with them after, you know. Luckily, I'm always after the nerd of the group.
Yeah.
We all should be. No.
Mr. Roberts.
It's taking a beating there. And
We
sure.
did, we did a solid 15 on Arby's, I think.
What is that? The Shure
Right?
FM 528. What is it?
We have
Just took a beating.
4 mics.
Oh, all I need is 4 mics.
Oh, mics.
4 mics.
Up from the 36 chambers.
What? I'm the Osiris of this shit. Tank. Oh shit, Osiris. Media. Bam.
Dude, Osiris,
I'm
the Egyptian god of death. It is, dude, yeah.
I'm
he's
the
a wild-
Osiris of this shit. Wu-Tang is here forever, motherfuckers. It's 997.
He is. He's the Egyptian god of death, you know?
He's-
Back in,
I
like,
think
the
he's
Egyptians
got-
would mummify these cats, right?
I think
You know,
he's
they,
got
like,
other shit.
Take out their organs and all their entrails and then take out their eyes and then mummify them, put them in pyramids. And the whole thing was for Osiris, who was like the god of death.
Ooh.
The Egyptians.
I think he's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, check that out. Hey, go.
I think he's the god of other things too.
And is
I
my
think
mind
he's more of a like peace and love type of god,
Yeah.
probably. You know what I mean?
check out my boy Osiris.
He's like Osiris is the god of chainsaws and decapitation.
Have you ever seen?
Oh shit! I was thinking of Sammy Hagar. Yeah, you're right, dude. You got me. I was way off. Nobody's chill too, you know.
That
Like
sounds about right.
Yeah.
while he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt too. You know, he's real cool.
Yeah, seriously. Actually, most people murdering are wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Just to say you're not being very specific.
Yeah.
Every day's Friday.
Dilbert callback.
Yeah, Dilbert called.
TGIF
He wants his
casual.
Hawaiian shirt, please.
Dilbert called. He needs more toilet paper. It was not funny at all.
Picasso-esque.
Worst Dilbert that I've ever drawn.
Well, we printed it anyway.
Pain. I was trying. Oh, it hurts so bad, that Dilbert. It's crazy. What did I eat last night? This made me draw such a painful Dilbert. What else should we do? What should we do? How do we make it like a skit out of this or something? How do we make a funny moment?
Organically.
How do we organically create
Organic
a funny
creation.
moment naturally?
Probably write something.
How do we make a funny moment appear without doing anything?
Yeah.
I guess just be normal.
I don't know.
I mean, usually.
We got to the roast beef thing, dude. It's like jam it, dude. Like you just gotta find the peak of like
gotta
what is
riff.
the funniest joke you can come
Gotta
out
riff,
with,
bro.
that shit, dude. Like drawing your cartoons as a newspaper cartoonist, like
Yeah.
on the toilet.
It's
And
like,
then,
and then Dilbert's like the shittiest one. So then it's like, it's like drawing a Dilbert.
No, I think Dilbert might be the best.
I don't know though. It might be. It's just such.
I'm sorry,
turn-off.
I'm thinking
I
about
mean,
Farside.
Farside is definitely like
They
the
made a
one,
TV
right?
show and
Dude,
stuff. right?
Farside, the characters
Yeah,
were.
maybe.
Dilbert was
Yeah,
a TV
yeah,
show, right?
yeah.
Did they give him a TV show?
How many seasons?
He's made all of that merchandise. Like there's so
Yo,
many
Lisa,
Dilbert dolls
look up
and
how many
dolls.
seasons of Dilbert. in the other room.
85. Yeah,
Can we get a
forever.
walkie-talkie to Miss Lisa in the other?
Actually, I heard Game of Thrones is loosely based off Dilbert. Actually,
No way.
like the plot structure is
The
very
last season for sure.
yeah.
The last when
Dilbertian.
it went downhill
Yeah.
right into the toilet. Get it? The Dilbert.
The last line
Toilet?
of Game of Thrones.
The toilet.
The doilet.
The toilet.
Hit the Dilbert and the
The
doilet.
toilet.
That's what you should do. Is you should have people over to your house, and then whenever somebody wants to use the toilet, you should refer to it as the toilet. Just play it from there.
The toilet's through the door on your left. They're like, what'd you say?
Please use the toilet.
Like, is that I don't understand. Where's the toilet?
What is the toilet?
fucking toilet? Are you saying toilet or the door? Or what?
Why is the floor
I'm
so
just saying-
slippery?
You don't have toilet paper, you just have fucking little toilets or something?
I'm saying that here's the toilet. You may use it if you so desire.
Whatever.
Sounds very regal.
Just
Like there's also toilet paper.
Just
if you
go in.
use that.
I'm just gonna go in there and start pissing on the door.
Dissing on the door frame.
Pissing on the door frame.
I'm gonna diss in your bathtub. You keep this up.
Yeah, sure. I'll diss over there in your toilet.
Yeah, nice fucking toilet, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a deuce in your deucelet. That's what I'm gonna do.
All you have to do is change one letter of the word and you become a vigilante. A pooping vigilante. What'd you call it? A toilet? Fuck you. Piss on the sink in the wall.
Hey, I'm not pointing any fingers, but someone left the dirt in your dink.
And you're just like, I didn't say toilet. I said toilet. I just had some bubble in my mouth. Why did you destroy my bathroom?
Yeah, I
We're far past that.
was over at John's house.
Smeared all this shit on my wall.
Shit all over these walls, right?
Who drew a full Dilbert cartoon on my wall in pieces? DC's.
You got the punchline wrong.
The poo on the wall by Who Flung Dew.
I don't know why you thought I said toilet. What's wrong with you? I showed you where the toilet was. What the fuck is wrong with you? It was fine. I just looked in there. Pretty sure you just destroyed the bathroom. Why did you do that? Because you said toilet.
I thought you said soil it. I don't know. I'm just like, all right, man, I guess.
Yeah, we don't really go over to that side of the Douse anymore. Ever since the Daxident.
The toilet incident. Oh, fuck, dude. That made no sense at all, but I thought it was funny.
There's some parts maybe there, like a 20-second piece.
Something to build off of. The D chicks.
You never know what's going to be funny when we listen back to it. You never know what the good part's going to be.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do this week? I don't know. I saw you making a bunch of lunches for somebody on your Instagram story.
We made sandwiches in Melrose. We laid the bread down on these giant picnic tables, and then we laid the cheese down.
Like an assembly line.
Party
It was
sub? Party
huge.
sub style? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like literally 40-foot long tables. And we just laid bread down the whole thing and laid cheese down the whole thing, and then nobody would lay the meat. That was weird.
Veganism?
Veganism.
That's gotta be
Fucking
right.
LA.
They all stopped when the meat came out, and they were like, "You have to do it." And I was like,
So you were
okay,
the meat man?
I was gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we can't do it. You have to do it. We vegan. We can't even touch meat and put it on somebody else's sandwich."
This brings me back to that Arby's, like, you know, their slogan, "We got the meats," where they got that, like, fucking Skrillex
they
song.
must
It's like,
hate
boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they must fucking hate that slogan. They
Yeah.
literally wouldn't
Yeah.
touch the meat. We
So
did all
you-
the bread and everything.
You were the meat guy?
I did all the meat.
How many meats did you place?
I mean, it must have been 7,000.
Wow.
It was like
Easily 7,000.
and I had to count 3 or 4 pieces per sandwich.
Right.
I was
So
getting
I
a lot.
must have lightly touched 28,000 pieces of meat.
So there are 28,000 sandwiches.
Yeah, there's 4 pieces of meat on every sandwich.
Who else
And there
was
was
there with you?
7,000
Like,
sandwiches.
Who was there with you? Like a bunch of LA chicks and like dudes?
Leah was there. Leah's a good friend of mine. She organizes it. Michelle Cash was there. She's a Spotify singer.
Nice.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, these guys. No.
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Not the
No,
Lakers.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was at the Malibu Triathlon. He was the host,
Fantastic.
of which I performed in the Malibu Triathlon.
Fantastic.
Not very well, but no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, literally, the guy who ran a marathon in 2 hours ran a whole marathon in less time than it took me to do the triathlon. But,
Iliad Kipchoge. Did I say that right?
What does the Malibu Triathlon go through? Is like
Malibu.
swimming? Yeah, just all Malibu.
You run into the ocean from the beach.
From Jack Nicholson's backyard.
Yeah.
Like you just run off like his property.
There's a beach there. What's it called?
Chairs, property.
Zuba. Yeah,
Beach.
sure. Yeah.
It's there. So you run into the water.
Great
Zuba
view.
Beach.
Absolutely.
And then you swim a lot, and then you come out of the water, and then you bike up and down the 101, which
Wow.
is dope. They
Yeah.
close the lights off. You don't have to break
Nice.
some stoplights, and you just come down those hills screaming fast,
cool.
and you're like going along the beach, and you're ripping through that shit. That's the best part by
Oh,
far.
for sure. Yeah, it
by
sounds
far.
like-
The swim is a holy nightmare.
I'm sure.
It's the worst
Currents.
half an hour of your life, but
Yeah.
it should only take 15 minutes.
The backstroke is a fair stroke.
Yeah. Oh man, I was doing the backstroke for a while. So my friend was in a marathon in Seattle, and it's supposed to be 26.2 miles. Obviously, he had his Nike app with him, and the Nike app said he ran 32 miles.
What?
Like not even fucking close. So I don't know if the
They're cheating.
race organizers are just shitty,
Or Canadian,
the app is
you know?
wrong. I think
Maybe they're on metric or something.
Yeah, I think
That
the
makes
app is wrong, but I swear to God that swim that I
probably
did
the
was
app.
way longer.
It's gotta be, right? I mean, between currents and
I thought I was
sharks
going to
and
swim a half
stingrays
mile.
and-
I was out there for like 4 hours
Yeah.
trying to make
Just
it.
do it longer.
Yeah. I was like, who measured this shit? I've been out here for 4 hours.
Who does take the tape measure out into the ocean? Like,
Yeah.
no, this is how far you should go.
This
Trust
is a
us.
half mile of no question. There's a chicken sandwich in the water over there. Try and swim around that. But yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there. He was the host.
Cool.
Nice.
I did not expect. I've never seen him in live before.
He's fantastic.
He's just as tall as he used to be.
Giant.
Yeah.
It's good to know they don't shrink. You know.
Yeah, people don't shrink. My grandmother shrank like crazy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Exactly.
hasn't.
I saw him.
He's grown, if anything. He's 70 feet tall now. That's how they measure how far you swim. Is Kareem just
He
lies
lays down and you swim next to him.
It's like-
It is crazy how big he is.
He's a writer for
Yeah.
a bunch of TV shows now. You know, like
Really?
he was
He's kinda-
on Airplane.
he's pretty
Obviously,
old,
you know?
yeah.
But now he writes for I don't know, it's not Alias or something. You know, is that show still on? But he's a writer. You know, he's kind of blossomed into this like showbiz career out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Besides being just,
I saw him pretty recently. He's pretty old now, yeah? I mean, he's like,
getting up there.
yeah, I mean, he's like, I saw him like, I don't know, a year ago probably. I was like bartending the NBA awards in like the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica or something.
Nice.
And he like came out the bar and he was like sweaty and he like
15 tequila shots,
I
yeah.
gave him like my bar rag that like, you know, like, cause I didn't have anything else. And he was like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. I was like, it might not be clean, you know? And then Baron Davis was there and it was pretty cool. He like parked his little scooter behind my bar.
Drives a scooter.
Yeah, he was like, lives in the neighborhood and was just like cruising on one of those like doobie scooters or something.
No shit, really?
He's like, hey man, I remember you from the Polo Lounge. Like, what's up, Mike? You know, like, wanna put my scooter back here. I was like, fuck yeah, Baron Davis. You know, like, of course.
was Baron Davis a Laker?
What was he? Yeah, he was definitely a Laker.
He was a Hornet. He was like
He was a
Charlotte
Hornet.
style, yeah.
Celtics
was
ever?
popping
I
all
don't
over.
fucking know.
He was definitely a Laker for a minute.
He was a baller for all his life.
Was he?
Yeah, he's really
I
good.
think he was like good, but I didn't realize it. He was never on a New
He's
York area
sneaky,
team.
Yeah, he's sneaky good. I mean, it's like,
Of course, he was English royalty for a while.
Yes, that
Baron
part.
Von Davis.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of serfs working for the Baron himself.
He actually didn't touch the ball. He went over to the court and just demanded that the
Out
ball
of my
be-
way, peasants. You go rebound for me.
There's a ball over there. Get
get it.
Chop, chop.
it, bring it back, put it in the basket.
Oh, you owe me 3 bushels of corn.
Oh, we have some hot edibles.
Yeah? Should we eat some?
That'll end this conversation.
Yeah, and then it
I'll
comes
be
and turn
gone.
into
just like-
Dolphins are good.
Hey, man.
I love
So
so
good.
Dilbert's pretty good, man.
So wait, when you were in the Malibu Triathlon, did you swim a lot?
Doggy paddle, man.
Did you doggy paddle that motherfucker?
Doggy.
Dogs shouldn't swim,
Bow
man.
wow.
Yippee yo, yippee yay. Death row is a labor that pays me.
So does Snoop Dogg get a pass for like getting super high
Carolina
because
on my mind,
he
whatever.
has a long history of getting high, and there seems to be apparently.
Yeah,
no
he's just got
problems.
like a pass. Yeah.
He just never has a problem.
People
Yeah.
know he's good at it.
It's
Why
like-
would? Yeah, he's good.
He's good at-
Literally.
He can drive.
functions
He can drive as stoned as he
hold
wants.
his phone.
Yeah,
he's a fucking
they
pro.
never touch it up. Nothing ever happens.
He's
to Snoop
driving
Dogg.
his dick. Yeah, just like whatever, man.
Police
Snoop,
are concerned if
bitch.
he's not doing those.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, we need to pull up.
We saw-
Is that Snoop
Hey,
driving
guy.
inside the lines?
Snoop paying attention to the road.
The speed limit?
Wait, we gotta pull him over, see what's going on. Maybe he needs weed.
Is everything okay? Snoop.
Snoop.
We have weed. Can we get you some?
I just saw Snoop
He
driving.
needs 3 cc's. He needs 3 hash bags ASAP.
Shoot him up.
Hey guys, we just saw Snoop coming down the PCH. There was no smoke in the car.
He's,
Oh,
listening,
somebody get that motherfucker a blunt.
he's listening to You're So Vain by Carly Simon. It's so amazing.
You really gotta hand it to his management. They sat down and they were like, you know, Snoop, we need you to make some content.
He's gonna graduate to be like the Willie Nelson of rap.
He already is, right? I mean, those
Yeah,
guys
for
are super
sure.
tight.
They're
Did you
f-
see
they're
this
homies.
movie, The Beach Bum? Did you see this movie? This
No.
movie's amazing. It's Matthew
McConaughey.
Oh,
McConaughey.
yeah, Matthew McConaughey. I saw that. I saw
Dude.
the trailer for it. That's the movie that pissed me off.
trailer
It's one of the
looked-
movies
There's
that
a
pissed me
scene.
off.
It's
watched it?
really? You didn't like the trailer? 'Cause
No,
it's
no,
too
no.
stylized
Loved
or
the
what?
trailer.
That's what happened to me. I like the
I
trailer.
hate
Didn't
the
watch
way-
the movie.
It's a little.
I
of
don't
its own
like
ass.
the delay between when they show me the trailer and when they allow me to go buy the fucking movie.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't. When they see the trailer, I have a 48-hour window, which that trailer will get me to go to the movie.
Right.
And hour 49, it's like you're bringing it up now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, so they did it with a bunch of movies this year with the Brad Pitt movie in outer space, Ad Astra.
Oh, Ad Astra. Yeah.
Best trailer ever. And then I was like sitting there looking at it and I was like, I'm going to go see this movie right now.
Yep. But
And,
nowhere.
and it wasn't out for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
4 weeks later, I was in Vermont. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
who's sitting
Who's
around?
setting reminders on their phone?
Yeah.
Being like, oh, I need to go see the Brad Pitt's face.
Like
Yeah.
every day you wake up, I'm like, I remember
Yeah.
3 more weeks to the Brad Pitt movie.
And four,
Every day, like Christmas morning, like rubbing your hands together.
12
Ooh,
days
just-
to Ad Astra. Like, what an arrogant bunch of pricks. Like, show me the movie now. Coca-Cola, when they tell you go have a Coke,
I'm ready.
they don't take them off the shelves
That's
for
fine
28
advertising.
days after they show you the
in
commercial.
4 weeks, you may have a Coca-Cola.
Wouldn't you like a
Just
Coke right
come get
now?
some, bitch. Not now.
Space Coke.
Wait.
Walmart
for
will
it.
have
Wait
Coke in
for it.
26 days.
Wait for it. Oh, it's gonna be dope.
Wait for it. You're going to get yourself a soda. Ooh, so refreshing. Ooh, so delicious.
Don't you want that
26
shit?
more
You want that
days.
shit?
That's the fucking marketing plan for this
Yeah,
movie.
that's stupid.
Wait
Hollywood.
30 days to see
This
a
shit's
movie.
flat as
with-
hell.
like, okay, they're not even trying that hard. Matthew McConaughey's wearing a mullet.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no, he's got like a blonde wig.
I can't possibly have to wait 26 days
Nah,
for
you-
Matthew McConaughey to mullet.
You can walk a mile down the road and see that going on in person, right?
That movie.
You will be drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon by the 405
I can go
Sepulveda
meet the
exit.
real thing in 8 minutes right now.
That movie was actually filmed in one day.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey's house in the Palisades. They just went to his backyard
Yeah,
and
they were
shot
like-
the whole fucking thing.
Like, smoke this joint with Snoop Dogg and just say a bunch of stone shit and we'll
We got
do it.
congas. We got congas. You can get naked.
Snoop Dogg actually wasn't actually in it. Like,
Snoop Dogg was
they
just
green
driving
screened
by.
him in. Yeah, it's a hologram, man.
He was just
He looks
driving
great.
by and they were like, oh, we got Snoop.
Yeah,
Dogg.
Snoop
was in the movie.
Is that him not smoking a blunt? Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll post it in.
See.
Driving the speed limit? Wait, we got him.
Can you paint in some fucking puff clouds?
Snoop Dogg's wearing like an Argyle sweater and having like a pretzel with mustard on
Croquet mallet on.
it. CGI Matthew McConaughey
Hey, it
in
looked
the other
great after-
seat. And then they make us wait 29 days to watch it. It's like,
Well, the reason I
He's an icon.
brought up that movie is it's
an
him,
icon.
Matthew McConaughey. There's a great scene in it. It's Matthew McConaughey, Snoop, and Jimmy Buffett sitting in a hot tub, and there's these like Miami strippers just all over him, and they're just telling a story about how Matthew McConaughey is won by the law, and they're just like, just start dressing like a
Imagine
lady, man.
that.
Just start dressing like a lady, and you're gonna get out of it just fine. He goes, "That's the best idea I ever heard."
All right,
and the
all
rest
right.
of the movie just wears dresses, never gets caught. Yeah, but they're just all swapping stories, man. It's like you see Jimmy Buffett, Snoop Dogg, and Matthew McConaughey in a hot tub. You watch that movie, I think.
I get in that fucking hot
Yeah,
tub.
no, I would stay out of that hot tub. And I would
I'm just
I
kidding.
find a nice chair on the side and definitely listen in.
I would
I
sit
mean-
behind one of those mirrors
like-
that you can't see through.
I meant like in air quotes. You
And
know?
the jacuzzi isn't a police station.
It's a holding cell. That's what I meant, actually.
I would go in there. I'd send someone in there to question them.
It was a bold move for them to shoot on site in Guantanamo Bay, but I respect the decision.
I mean, look, when you have those kind of budgets, you do that kind of dumb shit.
Hey, they got great tax-free credits down in Cuba.
Yeah, exactly. The weed down there is not as good, but whatever. You can bring your own.
And it's not weed, it's
It's
chili
not
pepper.
weed, it's grass.
Yeah, it's grass. Yo, Cuba. It's Fidel Castro's mustache that you actually swinging that down there.
Play the deep Playa trance.
Yeah. deep, like.
Yeah.
But then halfway through, you just go into like the dum 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 dum.
Every song has a salsa break.
Yeah, dude. I mean, people
I like
love that
that.
stuff.
Cuba's a little slower though. It's like
Oh, shit. I got a text 5 minutes ago that Brandon's been ringing your doorbell.
Come on, bro. Bible's here.
Bro Bible's here.
We're mass communicating. We're mass communicating. Mass communicating.